just fake stories. So I have this teacher named Miss Sophia, and she was very strict. How well she targeted the Mexican boys and other people from different region, and I was not happy. First day of school year, I got interrupted from Miss Sophia. She said go on next, and I was like, what in the world is this teacher doing? So I've wrote my journal about the whole day after that. Yes, the next day she gave us work equations to do multiply. And she calls me, it says, how about you answer this question? One, I say, can you say that again? She said, how about you answer this question? One, I say 5 times for I put 5 into for individual groups 510, 15, 20. I said I blurred out 20, she said okay by tone. I never heard before from a freaking adult. Right next day a hard question 6 times 5. I said I'll add a 10, and that's a she says wrong. How about you said 10, and I said you said 5 times 4 was 20, so I took the 20 and put to 155 plus 5 is 10, so I added them 6 times 5 is 30. All right, she said wrong, you're a miscalculating. And she sent me to the principal's office for those freaking reason. I seen the principal's office and the principal says, why aren't you down here? Asked the principal. Hunter, I say that Miss Sophia was very rude to me, and I answer a simple question she sent me to here, and he burst out laughing so hard. I was like, what in the freaking wellness principal Hunter doing? I thought he was gonna save me. Nope, he just said just go back to class. One, it was normal. Then a couple weeks later, I get in trouble. How teacher says she saw me lingering by a lunchbox, and guess whose lunchbox was this? Mine, right? I go and say that's why his lunchbox, and she says, I don't believe you. She said again, I know my kids don't lie. They tell the truth. And I said, I'm telling the truth. And she tells me, no you're not, you're just lying. I said I actually get, I said in my very strict down pitch talk, I said if you don't believe me, I am about to go to Principal Hunter and said that you've been accusing me lingering about a lunchbox. She gets like scrambled up. Her mind says okay, I'm so sorry. 5 months later, it's April. It's raining. On April the 5th, 4 days after April Fool's, right? I'm in class just minding my own business, and guess what she calls on me? I say yes ma'am. She says can you answer this question? It was 15 times 2. I just wrote down 30 and went back couple minutes. Later she came back and saw the answer. She said 1, did you write this on my whiteboard? I said yes, that's the correct answer. Cut 15 plus 15 is starting, so they're the same as 15 times 2, it's 30. This woman decide to say, I don't believe you. I said go look it up yourself, Miss Sophia. What she look up, and she said I'm so sorry. Then graduation. Couple weeks later, it's graduation. She walks up to me and says I'm so sorry for treating you all the time and stuff. I said, and she tries to hug me, and guess what I do? I step back and I said no, you're just lost calls. End of the story.